the Earth. A partnership between the US, Russia, Europe, Japan and Canada. For 20 years, there have always been astronauts and cosmonauts living and working on board.
Umberto Guidoni, an Italian astronaut representing the European Space Agency.
On the 19th of April 2001, Italian ESA astronaut Umberto Guidoni became the first European astronaut to visit the ISS.
We have booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour, extending the reach of the space station.
His mission included helping to install the Canadian robotic arm and transferring scientific equipment and experiments. Back then, the ISS consisted of just a few modules. Today, the station is more than 100 metres long, and the area for living and working is larger than a 6-bedroom house, with 2 bathrooms, a gym, and even a bay window with an unsurpassed view. In 2009, Frank Devin became the first European commander of the ISS.
We have learned an awful lot in these 20 years of the International Space Station. How to build the biggest infrastructure, technological infrastructure in space that has ever been built. How to do science, how to do operations sustainably for 20 years with humans in space.
Over that time, this microgravity laboratory has hosted more than 3,000 scientific experiments. With benefits to Earth and future space exploration, research ranges from studies in materials science and pharmaceuticals to investigations of plant growth and even asteroid mining. With most astronauts spending 6 months on the station, scientists also have a better understanding of how humans adjust physically to microgravity and mentally to the challenges of isolation far away from home.
The International Space Station provides an environment where scientists can continually study how humans adapt to space. We have engineers and scientists working together to understand how materials adapt in the space environment. And all this information is going to be critical if you're going to be very far from Earth without any chance of bringing things with you, and you have to be completely self-sufficient on a mission and perhaps future habitation on other planets far away from Earth.
ESA is working with its international partners on Gateway, a new space station in orbit around the Moon. Future plans for human exploration include landing astronauts on the lunar surface and establishing a habitat, before eventually following our robot pioneers on a crewed mission to Mars. All these ambitions build on the knowledge acquired over more than 20 years of building and operating the ISS.
And I think the best is yet to come, because as of now, we will have permanently 7 people on board of the International Space Station. We will have much more crew time available to do science and technology. A lot of companies now are interested and fly their own research to the ISS.
Almost exactly 20 years after Umberto's mission, ESA astronaut Thomas Pesquet is preparing to launch to the ISS. He'll be followed later this year by Matthias Maurer. These missions will add to our knowledge of science and long-duration spaceflight as humans venture further from Earth.